Uh-oh. Rafa is circling a ball that's wide. Carlos Bernardes is going to come down. The lines person was almost unsided there, Kevin.
He still made the call. And Bernardes comes down.
I guess they're going to play it again. Maybe not. I don't know.
The call does go to Nadal for
It's
30 all.
wide. We never saw a signal there from Bernardes. He can hit some inside-out forehands pretty well. He throws his whole body at it. He leaps into the air, and then boom. Look at this guy. He's not big. Probably weighs about $150, but boy, can he spank a forehand.
And a second hold to close the gap. It's been pretty one-sided, but Martin Alun didn't get the memo. No straight set double bagels in Acapulco. He's closed the gap to a single game here, the Abierto Mexicano. Qualifier from Argentina, Martin Alun, has managed to hold serve twice here in the second set after being broken each of his 3 times in the opening frame. For Rafael Nadal, it's back to try to push himself and further his lead. The 2 seed doing well in the opening round, dropping just 4 games. One of just 4 seeds that is left, with still 1 left to play, has taken the court against fellow Spaniard Tommy Robredo. That's the 3 seed Nicolas Almagro. There was danger everywhere for the seeds 4 through 7. Wawrinka, Melzer, Bellucci, and Paire all ousted in the opening round. Started to open some things up in the draw, except for the fact that you've got the 3-time defending champion in the top half. You've got a 2-time champion in Almagro and Nadal in the bottom half. So opening up is a relative term.
Well, Alun at least has made this second set a little bit more respectable, showing that he deserves to be where he's ranked inside the top 100 in the world. It's just so hard, Kevin, to get over the initial thing of when you take the court of playing someone of the stature of a Nadal in front of this big crowd and you don't have a lot of experience. It's so hard to deal with that. And typically what he's done is what most guys do. You know, there's very few exceptions to that rule.
But you take into consideration the fact he took a set off Nadal just a little over a week ago, you would have thought that would maybe bolstered his confidence. But obviously Nadal wasn't the player then that he's been able to play now. I mean, he's really started to show some of the old form again. And maybe that's even more dismaying when you realize that you took this guy to 3 sets almost 3 hours and not that long ago. And then you come out today and everything just seems to be just a flood towards you.
Frightening.
And nothing you can do about it.
Well, Alun's made a few nice little adjustments, right? He's been able to go for some more of his shots in this set. He's on the scoreboard. I mean, there's no doubt he's going to lose the match unless something really, something that you could never count on.
Something catastrophic happening to Nadal. And that's not going to happen. And that might also be part of the reason. I don't want to take anything away from Martina Lune. I like the fact he's come out really swinging in set number 2. But Rafa also knows that he has to be wary. He can't just be the hard charger. Certainly not at this stage of his development and coming back, that he's going all out. So maybe retracting just a bit has opened the door for a few games. But victory certainly seems within his grasp and very close. And that's what it all comes down to. Just get the W and move on.
Well, I don't know if it's going to take place, and we were talking about this earlier. You know, Ferrer being at the top of the draw, but I think it'd just be mouth-watering to see Almagro take on Nadal. Almagro at the height of his playing right now, and Nadal certainly ripe for the taking if you're Almagro, if you're in his head. He's not going to miss that one too often. Nadal working his opponent all over the court, moves in beautifully, has an easy volley, just catches it, plays it a little bit too much with that rack ahead open. That's a great shot. One of the first backhands we've seen Alun really explode on. Most of the time it's been the forehand that's done the damage.
47.
Thank you very much.
That is a solid hold at love to pick up his 3rd game, and Martin Lune will float over towards the chair and feel pretty good about things. He might be coming back to earth and reality in a moment, but he has to enjoy 3rd game in set number 2.
You know, we were talking just briefly, actually disagreeing. I was saying that I don't think it's a big deal to lose a set 6 love, and your point was understood. If you make it 7-5 or you keep it close, you feel much better about yourself. I used to think losing as many sets as I did 6 love, which I'm not happy to say, but I used to think it was just so easy to put it out of your head. You lose a set 7-5, you think about all those missed opportunities. I could have done this, if I would have done that. It's all of the woulda, coulda, should haves. And then you lose that set 7-5, and sometimes it's a hangover. You don't get over it. When you lose a set 6 love, it's gone. Well, you just tell yourself, you know what? I cannot play that bad again. And the guy that took the set 6 love, he's not going to play as well.
Both could be demoralizing. I guess it depends on the circumstance of how the set's played out, but obviously a great response by Alun to this point. Martina Lune idolized Andre Agassi coming up as he grew up in Argentina. Moved to Santiago, Chile for a while, trained there, tried to find some success and comfortable surroundings and environment. Decided that it wasn't for him and moved back to Buenos Aires, where he trains now, and is hoping that 2013 turns out to be a banner year for him. Already a career high ranking, Already took number 5 player in the world to 3 sets in Viña del Mar. It's just little baby steps, growth. He's looking to just continue to forward progress.
It's so weird to hear you say the number 5 player in the world and you think that's Rafael Nadal. That just sounds so strange. Well, you never know. Tennis can change quickly.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe a quick point here or even a serve and volley. That can opener, as you call it, going out wide and coming in. Sense of urgency from Rafa right now wouldn't be surprising.
Look at Kevin Skinner calling the play. The man with the crystal ball.
It's a pattern you've seen. I mean, we know full well that every so often maybe he just pulls back a touch, and then when you realize, all right, it's time to turn it on. And that's got to be a good feeling to have, to know
that he can do it all.
Yeah. And that just pushes Alun back just a little farther.
Missed it. I think it was wide.
Called good. Called good. Alun wants Bernardus to come down out of the chair and take another peek.
It's out. Yeah, that lines person missed that one badly. From our vantage point, it looked out. It's a big miss for Nadal. Look at the beads of sweat just dropping. Alun played that way too cautiously. Playing the scoreboard. 3-4. He's down 15-30. It's a golden chance. Gotta go for it. You can't think that Nadal's going to actually give you a free point there. I don't care if he's been out for 7 months or 7 years. He's going to play the big points well. Ooh. Killer forehand.